Now students of class 9, today I will start to teach you the latter Vedic age. Yesterday I taught you about the early Vedic age. Now latter Vedic age. Early Vedic age ended around 1000 BC. When? 1000 BC. The next 500 years may be described as the latter Vedic period. Now again, after that, so first of all we discuss about the time period of the latter Vedic age. Now then the next point, and which is common for every chapter, that is sources to reconstruct the latter Vedic age. The latter Vedic literature. The latter Vedic literature includes Yajurveda, Atharva Veda and Sama Veda. Each of the Vedas consists of two parts, the Samhita and consist of two parts, the Samhita and the Brahmanas. Samhita is composed of hymns and prayers to be sung at the rituals and sacrifices. The Brahmanas are prose texts that explain detail of the meaning of the hymns. There were many hymns. We have to understand the meaning of the hymns. In Brahmanas, in detail it is discussed about the meaning of the hymns. Now, besides there are Aranyakas, that is the forest text, and the Upanishads, which contain the philosophical thought of learned sages on soul, God, and the ultimate truth or reality. Now, all from your text, open the book and mark line by line, because all the topics and everything is based on your textbook. Now, number 2, Smritis and epics, the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, two important epics of the later Vedic age. Ramayana and Mahabharata are considered as the two important epics, and that was written during the latter Vedic age. Many other literary productions were handed down in the course of many centuries. Now then, after that come to the point archaeological sources. The archaeological sources include the axes made of iron and other iron tools, which is very important during the latter Vedic age. The use of the iron came into being. The latter Vedic people were familiar with 4 types of pottery: black and red ware, black slipped ware, and painted grey ware and red ware. So these are the archaeological sources which give us important information regarding the latter Vedic age. Role of iron in latter Vedic economy, very important. Now we know that in every phases of history, economy plays very important role, and during latter Vedic age, the role of iron was very, very important. Now, axes made of iron made it easier to fell trees and clear forest. That made more and more land available both for cultivation and colonization. Now, and this iron also helped to make different types of the iron tools. Increased agricultural productivity led to the growth of trade and commerce. These gave a momentum and the rise of towns and cities. Latter Vedic age shows the transition from copper and Bronze Age culture to the Iron Age. Now, so these are the important topics which we discuss now regarding the latter Vedic age. Now, again we come to the point, a comparative study of early and the latter Vedic society. First of all, very important, position of women. because in the early Vedic age we notice that role of the woman were very important in the society. The woman played equal role with men. And what about the later Vedic age? Position of women. In the early Vedic society, women were treated as being equal with men. Women could attend assemblies. They took part in all religious rites. They could offer sacrifices along with their husbands. In the latter Vedic age, women were generally given a lower position. Although women continued to be associated with all religious rites, the rules of marriage underwent a change. If monogamy was the ideal, polygamy was in practice. So what? If monogamy was the ideal, people thought that monogamy rule of marriage was the ideal rule, but in practice we have to notice that polygamy means of marriage was in practice, at least in higher section of the society. In the latter Vedic society, the woman enjoyed subordinate position. So in the early Vedic society, the woman position was equal with man. But in the latter Vedic society, the woman enjoyed subordinate position. The practice of widows marrying again, which was fairly common in the Rig Vedic age, was now regarded with disfavor. But the education which some women received was of high order. All the women of the society, they did not get the privilege of acquiring high education, but some of the women of the society received very high education. So, by comparing the status of the woman in between the early Vedic age and the latter Vedic age, it is clear to us that during the latter Vedic age, the position of the woman were subordinate to men. Caste system. The latter Vedic society was also divided into 4 varnas, but the growing cult of sacrifices added much to the power of the Brahmins. So in the latter Vedic system, actually in the early Vedic system, we came to know about the 4 sorts of the caste system in the society. Now, in the latter Vedic age also it continued, but the role of the Brahmins, the position of the Brahmins was increased. Now, Brahmins and the Kshatriyas enjoyed much more power. Vaishyas and the Shudras' position were very subordinate. Moreover, many other caste groups besides the 4 major caste groups came into being, and it was based on profession. It was based on their occupation. For example, the merchants, the chariot maker, the carpenter, the smith, etc. In the latter Vedic age, the membership of a varna or that of a caste had become hereditary. It became hereditary. The so-called untouchable were forced to live in a settlement outside the village or town boundaries. Now, so the position of the lower caste of the people was very horrible. They were kept outside the boundaries of the society, and they were treated as untouchables. Now, next point, the 4 ashramas or stages of life. It was also a development of the latter Vedic age. The man's life was divided into 4 periods. Each period consisted of 25 years. Now, each period represented one ashram, the Brahmacharya ashram, mainly devoted to education for the body and mind. because you have to notice, and it is universal truth, that there is a close relation between body and mind. The Grihastha ashram, man married and led a family life. Banaprastha ashram, for meditation and prayer. Sannyas ashram. Sannyas ashram means at the stage when people, after renouncing all the worldly pleasures, led to the forest as sannyasi. Led to the forest as sannyasi. Now, Gurukul system of education. The Gurukul system of education had become well established in later Vedic times. Actually, it existed, but during the later Vedic period, it became very well established. The people stayed with their Guru for their physical, mental, and spiritual development. Besides Vedic literature, secular subjects like logic, ethics, science like mathematics and astrology were included in the course of the study. Now, but what was the unique feature during the later Vedic period at the Gurukul system? No fees were charged for this type of education. And in the Gurukul system of education, both the children of the poor and the rich families lived together. They rendered various duties for the running of the Gurukula. At the end, the people contributed voluntary donation as Guru Dakshina. Without giving Guru Dakshina, no student was allowed to go outside the Gurukul. Actually, it was the norm. No fees were collected from them, but at the end, they gave voluntary donation to the teachers. Now, comparison of the early and the Vedic economic life. Early Vedic, both the early Vedic and the later Vedic age, the people life was based on agriculture. Society was agrarian society. Now, in the early Vedic age, people had to depend on yava or barley, main production. Agricultural production, but main production was yava or barley. Later Vedic, Aryans produced many crops, wheat, millet and sugarcane. Then crafts and occupation. Later Vedic age, remarkable variety of crafts. Use of iron in large quantities. Carpentry, making of jewelry and manufacture of glass flourished. Craft specialization is common in later Vedic age. Now, and also people were engaged in chariot making and different types of the carpentry. These are the various types of the occupation during the latter Vedic age. Now come this type of occupation we could not observe during the time of the early Vedic age. Brief comparison of the religious life. In the latter Vedic age, significant changes took place in the field of religion of the Aryans. Now, what was that changes? Regarding the gods and goddesses, the Rig Vedic gods were Indra, Agni, Surya, etc. They lost their prominence. So, in the latter Vedic age, the prominent deities Indra, Agni, Surya, they lost their prominence, and new gods Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva gained much importance. They believed that Prajapati or Brahma was the creator, Vishnu the reservoir, and always help people in distress. Shiva was regarded as Mahadeva, the great god. Rama and Krishna, who were the incarnation of Lord Vishnu, became popular deities during the epic period. Durga, Kali, Lakshmi, Parvati emerged as the important female deities of the people. Now, so we discuss and we observe a difference in between the early Vedic and the latter Vedic period in the aspect of religion. Now, rituals and sacrifices of the latter Vedic period. In the latter Vedic period, the simple religious practices became very complicated and ritualistic. As a result of that, the Brahmins got much of their more importance in the society. That is the priest class. Now, let us discuss about the epics. In the early Vedic age, we did not have the existence of any epics. But during the latter Vedic age, we have the epics Ramayana and the Mahabharata and also Upanishad. Now, that is the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is a part of Upanishad. The most famous literary works of the latter Vedic period were the epics, the Ramayana, the Mahabharata and Upanishad. The Ramayana is believed to be the work of Valmiki. So, Ramayana is believed to be the work of Valmiki. The Mahabharata is believed to be the work of Ved Vashya. And Gita teachings is based on action, not in words. That is based on fruits. Action, if you do work, you will get your rewards. This is the main teaching of Upanishad, of Gita. Now, the epics provide, why the epics are so important? The epics provide information about various Aryan kingdoms. The Bhagavad Gita is considered about one of the religious texts by the people of India. Now, so from the epics we got many valuable information regarding the particular time. Here, particular time is the latter Vedic age, and this early Vedic age, latter Vedic age, during those times we got the rule of the Aryan settlement. So naturally from the epics we got an idea about the political life, social and economic life of the Aryans. Now, let us discuss the questions. Here the question is, first of all, just give a time period when the latter Vedic age was flourished. Then, what were the important sources to reconstruct the latter Vedic age? Very important. And that is the Vedic literature and also some archaeological sources. And here, regarding the archaeological sources, role of iron, very important. Axes made of iron and many other things, iron tools, because iron was used during the latter Vedic age. Now, come to the point. Comparative study of the early and the latter Vedic society. Position of the woman, very important question. Discuss the position of the woman. Make a comparative study in between the early Vedic and the latter Vedic age. Regarding the caste system and 4 ashramas, a man's life was divided into 4 periods, each consisting of 25 years. Then, comparison of the early and the latter Vedic age in the aspect of economy. Both the age was based on agricultural economy. But what were the main products we got? that is also very important. And variety of the crafts, variety other of the works, carpentry, that is a manufacture of many crafts and the glass potteries or chariot making, all flourished during the latter Vedic period. Now, brief comparison of the religious life, god and goddesses. During the Rig Vedic time, Indra, Agni, Surya, they lost their prominence. The Rig Vedic time, this Indra, Agni, Surya, they were very prominent. In the latter Vedic age, they lost their prominence. Now, what were the god and goddesses during the latter Vedic age? That is very important. And during the latter Vedic age, the role of the many rituals, sacrifices got importance, and the rituals are very much, all the worship became very much ritualistic. Then come to the point of the epics. Epics, who wrote Ramayana? Who wrote Mahabharata? And during the age of the latter Vedic period. Now, what was the main teaching of the Gurukul, Bhagavad Gita? That is also very important, and about the Gurukul system of education. What were the main subjects taught in the Gurukul system of education? It existed in the early Vedic age, but flourished, well established during the latter Vedic age. Okay, students, do today up till this. So early Vedic age, latter Vedic age, I completed the questions I told you. Let us go through all this, and the teaching and the answer and everything will be textual, that is from your book. Whatever I taught you, from your book. Okay, thank you very much.